It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23. Make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Ingram. And an alley to run. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 72 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Bears nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Ball carrier. Jimmy Smith, the one who brought him down. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. First down, a run with Cohen. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 22. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, and it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 88 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
He's checking. Crash. Check, nickel.
Hey, ball. Check. Lock in.
Hey, motion backfield.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but do you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
Check 15.
They're running. Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
You can't block me. 48 for Mike. I got one.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check.
Now Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Mike 48.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Say. Check. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. 48.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check. Switch.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. This time Jackson will throw it. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 75 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Switch, switch, switch. Watch the twist. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky flushed out right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check 48 to Mike. Here I come. Hey, ball. 25. Check 25. Check safety. Check safety. Go. Mike.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Their own 47-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno. Alert flare. Alert 3. Watch that.
After the interception, here's Trubisky being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch. Yeah,
especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check 9. Hey, alert. Hatchet. SOS. Check 48. Red. Check 48.
On 1st down, Trubisky rolling to his right. Looking deep for Gabriel. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Out. Kill.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
48.
Alert, 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 alert.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check 48. Check.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 3 down, 3 down.
Check.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Check.
Hey, 18.
Here we go on fourth down with Trubisky. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Here we go. It's a throw. Check 59. I'm trying to collect. Hey, look.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Alert.
48 Mike. There's a party now. Slam.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
You go tight. You got
Move.
You got tight right there. Deuce.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 more yards. That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert.
Watch the screen. 48 for Mike. I'm here all day. Shoot. Check.
Trubisky will throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
61, matchbox lights.
Now it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Tighten up. Switch.
From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try and run. Ingram, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as the Ravens push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jihad Ward, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. And he completes it to Cohen. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check, check. Lucky. Undercrush. Hey, ball. Watch twist.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. The quick slant caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Switch.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked. Big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Tonight's final score.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offense.